Welcome back to the Lighthead Online Video Show. This episode of the show is brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Greg, KeystoneTech.com.
Always worth checking out their product. They always come out with new product, innovative product, and have just about everything you need to retrofit fixtures or even go with new fixtures in a lot of cases.
That's right. Tariff update, folks. Greg, so I emailed you, Sunday morning?
Yeah, I appreciate the news because I don't read it or follow it myself, but you sent it to me Sunday. What did it say?
So Matt, throw that Economist screen up on the for the YouTube watchers there. So I get a tweet from I follow some Economist writers and different people that do finance and economics, just because I'm kind of a dork that way. I like to know what's going on in Germany. But anyway, this tweet comes up and says, "Hey, Economist says that Trump and Xi Jinping have met, and the 25% tariff is off." Greg,
just like that.
Was it a bluff? Happen? Was it a bluff?
Sure sounds like something to me, doesn't it? I know they have the initial one.
Yeah, you have to wonder to yourself, everyone talks about the uncertainty, right? But business in its very nature is uncertain. And so I got letters. I even started to get letters in Canada. I don't even know why. Like Canadian, manufacturers. So yeah, we're going to ride this one too. But I mean, right. I don't know. Are we going to start seeing letters saying no, that increase is on hold now, Greg?
That's going to be the interesting part. I've been looking today, and I was kind of interested to see what people are going to come back. By the way, this is the day after we're recording this, but this is the day after the news came out. So waiting to hear on price what all the manufacturers are saying. I always go to Edison Report, one of our good friends, and they have a tab on there. It's called price increases. Right now everybody has stuff from the end of last week. Nothing's come out yet today, but I want to see what's going to happen. Actually, I do see one now that says there's no price increase for 2019 from one manufacturer. So I think it's kind of a cute little marketing game, like we said in this podcast a few episodes ago, where we talked about, let's take advantage of this while we can. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to just assume it's happening, and we're going to take advantage and do marketing. We're going to say no price increase, or we are going to have a price increase, or we're going to hold tight for you. That's what's been fun about this for me, is that I kind of mentioned in another one too that I'm going to ignore all this until it actually happens. What was the right move? It looks like ignoring it the whole time was probably the right move for us, at least.
Yeah, it's funny. These are kind of like the machinations of nation states between each other to carve out a new world order. And it looks like we entered a time after the Berlin Wall came down where the United States really didn't have any competition, Greg. And, it was like a one superpower in the world. And now we're entering again that kind of dualistic situation where there's another player that's entering the game, and it's China, and so the U.S. has to treat it accordingly. And I think what the White House is doing is saying, okay, if you don't play by this, we're going to do this, and then China comes back and does this, and they're trying to cut a deal. So I mean, how it plays all the way down to me selling light bulbs on the counter here in Toronto, or you doing the same thing in Premier Lighting. Well, it doesn't do anything to me here in Toronto, but for you in Minnesota, I think what it does is it creates some uncertainty, but I don't know if is it bad for business?
I don't think so. I think it can bring you some news, and it can help with some marketing to some degree, because I think a lot of people have done that, and I think it's definitely helped manufacturers more than distributors at this point. Manufacturers have been playing this, sending these letters out saying, hey, order now and we'll guarantee your price, or order by December 31st. And we had that roundtable where we talked to a number of distributors that are saying, hey, we're going to order now and stock up because the price is going to go up. Well, we all know what happens when you order now with LED. And now that the price is going to change, the product's going to change, and you're going to be stuck on old inventory.
Hot potato, buddy. Got to sell that stuff. It's funny because when I ordered some stuff from China, I ordered one SKU, and man, I had to work to get rid of those before it caught up to me.
That's a tough deal. If you order that many at a time, you got to get rid of them.
People in our position, it's like, why don't you just order direct from China? But my competitors around me that are all direct Chinese importers, they're actually Chinese people who are importing directly from China, they have very limited product lines. I have unlimited product line, right? So for me to pile up on a specific SKU or another SKU kind of doesn't play to my strategy very well. And I think you're probably in the same boat there.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's all about looking at what the customer wants and what they need, actually. Not saying, hey, you need this because this is what we have. It's saying you need this and this is what's available, and let's find the right product for you.
I'm
So
wondering
that's always goes back.
the idea of like a distributor and a manufacturer, and the manufacturer produces this product, sends it out, makes it, and then sends it to distribution so they can keep their cash flow going. That model's gone. Most of the guys in Nailed, like when we had the scrub roundtable, like you're sitting on minimal stock, and your big purchases are all for projects, and a lot of them are just direct ship. Are you in the same boat?
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I thought this was interesting in this tariff deal is how many people actually jumped on it and have been ordering product, in the last month. Have really planned ahead, looking at it and saying, hey, we got to stock up so we're ready in January, and we're gonna have lower priced items. And now they find out today that, oh, nothing's happening yet. There
Yeah.
is a yet to it.
Well, you know what?
But
25% is legit. Like 10%,
yeah,
we said it on the last show. Like if they jack it 25%, I mean, no amount of currency movements or anything is going to protect against that. But
right.
it's funny that you said do nothing. That was your thing. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going
Yeah.
to keep rolling it.
Gonna ignore the noise until it becomes loud enough. That's what it's all about for me. Is I heard about it to get all these letters, and to me, it's all skeptical. And it in this case didn't even happen. It's a lot of things came out, and I think that goes to marketing for these manufacturers, what they could think about in the future when stuff like this happens. And I didn't see a lot of it written this way, but to write it in a way that it is uncertain. We don't know, but if it does go through, then it will go up. A lot of them said it will go up January 1, so order now. I didn't see a lot. I didn't see really any that said if it goes up, then it will. Market it the right way. Don't try to get us to jump on something that you don't know anything about. And we tried to get people on the show to talk about it, and we were turned down by every manufacturer that we asked because nobody knows. If you don't know, then you can't put a statement out there saying you do know and we're going to raise your price. Don't do that unless you know.
The other thing
That's
too,
my
man. Yeah, the other thing too is that as a general rule, not always, but unless I'm actually viscerally afraid of something, I don't make decisions based on fear.
You shouldn't. It's the
You
right
know,
way
if
to do it.
if somebody goes, be afraid because this is going to come and get you. Ooh, the evil. So what? Who cares? So the price goes up. Big deal. Let's do it. I don't make decisions based on fear, and I'd rather see what actually happens. I find that when you try to control the future, generally the future doesn't end up the way you thought it was going to be. And so it's better just to lay low and let things play out a little bit and see what happens. And instead of trying to proactively make the future happen or try to control everything and try to be in charge of everything and be ahead of everything and I'm so smart, I ordered all this extra stuff, and you end up with a warehouse full of stuff you bought early, and now you got to sell it. Now you're changing your sales strategy to sell what you have rather than what the customer needs, Greg.
That's exactly right. Couldn't have said it
Lay,
any better.
lay low, son.
Lay low.
Thanks for listening to the Light Ted Online video show where we talk tariffs, we talk lighting, we talk about everything. It is brought to you by our friends at Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com, baby. That's KeystoneTech.com. The Retrofit Kings, light made easy. You got it. Go to KeystoneTech.com.